Attention! The following podcast contains explicit content and is not suitable for children. This podcast may also make you piss your pants, laugh, cry, maybe even shit your pants. If so, enjoy.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Dino Mac, and this is the Mac Attack Show.
Yes, sir, we promised you a great main event tonight.
The China WrestleMania!
Hulkamania is running wild.
My God, what a It's not the world is watching.
It's my life in the box in front of me. Take it off in my arms, it's the soul of me. You walk by, ask to see me lay face down.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? What's happening out there? Dino Mac here on the World Wrestling Podcast, and we are so down. We've got Happy the Clown, Big Sean B. What's going on, Sean?
Yo, 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 yo.
And we are taking it to the big, bad Boo Bear. That motherfucker.
A Boo Bear Massacre.
I love it. I love it so much. You got a guy.
So what happens, Nick, when you wolf all that shit, you get freaking took over.
I even gave him the Raw is War kind of deal there. So
You declared war, so I mean it fits.
I can't believe this bureaucracy or whatever he says. Well, what's going on, guys? Thanks for tuning in to the World Wrestling Podcast. As you can see, I'm Dino Mac, and Sean couldn't host, so I went ahead and we just went and I took over the podcast here. I'll be signing out after the show is over, and I want to make sure that everybody tunes in to the Mac Attack Show here on Spreaker.com. Sean B. is going to be on there this Wednesday, the 27th, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're in Pacific Time, that'll be around 5 p.m. You don't want to miss this show because this is about Sean, his life, what he's been through, his podcast, the empire that he's built, his trials and tribulations of his life. It's going to be a really good interview, and I hope you guys tune in. But the real reason why we went ahead and did this show was because we're shooting actually, Sean, did we shoot the first shots, or did Boo Bear shoot it?
Nick fired the first shots by popping off all that in 5 years WWE is going to be TNA bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah. How do you get WWE as the TV Guide channel show? Like,
right?
How does that even happen?
Nick has booked some absurd shit on the show. I mean, he started the whole NutriBullet Club and all that, but he sunk to a new low with that. And he backpedaled and said within 15 years, but originally he said 5.
Well, I just want Nick to know that we are not able to call you in right now because this is my tag team partner. But we got a third guy that has choked harder on a bong than any of us. We got a third guy that you don't know about. Who's your team? Who do you got? You don't got
Teams
nobody.
open.
So
He
far,
said he's been recruiting. He told me this morning he talked to somebody, and somebody, I don't know if it's his shadow or an imaginary friend, but he said somebody agreed with him. I don't know if I believe him. I don't know if I quite believe him, but he said he's got someone.
this is going to be a good. I want this to go on for about 3 weeks. I want this to go on about 3 weeks. I want Nick to take over and do a show and do it with you. You know what I mean? I want Nick to do that, and I want him to back. So what's the rules and the stipulations of this? I mean, I kind of broke it down. You get 5 years. The past 5 years since WWE is so awful. You get 5 years, matches for matches, pay-per-views for pay-per-views. I said some of the rules are that you got to have attendance records. You need to know what the ending amount was made in those pay-per-views. Okay, what pay-per-view?
For the last 5 years, the ending net worth at the end of every year.
Boom.
And the top 5 matches of WWE of the last 5 years, the top 5 New Japan. And
That's
all
research you're gonna have to do.
it is some research, but you know what? We're gonna do it because WWE is
the
the
thing. You got a lot of extra time on your hands right now.
WWE is the monopoly. They're gonna stay the monopoly. New Japan, I gave Nick that. New Japan is a good company.
Absolutely.
Are they gonna give WWE a run for their money? Most definitely, but are they going to put him under? Hell fucking no.
Big J, the metal honky, says, my balls itch. I love it. Has nothing to do with wrestling, but he says his balls itch.
And for Nick, all 5 of your matches can't be Okada.
I seriously, though, Okada, like I was telling you earlier, Sean, you know, we was sitting there on Facebook Messenger, and we're sitting there talking, and we're all just chatting it up. And I said, really? Wouldn't you like to be able to pronounce the wrestler's name a lot easier? Like, you do a really good job pronouncing their names. That's not what I was talking about. It's just the fact that every New Japan Pro Wrestling, their names sound like either coughing fits or sneezes. More snow the sneezes, like Okada, bless you, Like, is that a food group?
Ishii sounds like a fucking venereal disease.
I love it. It does. It does. And like I said, I want this to go on for about 3 weeks. I want to build this up. Because, dude, I really do like the World Wrestling Podcast. I really do like this. I tried to do the Dino Max Wrestling Chat, but unfortunately, you know, my brand of listeners don't really follow towards wrestling. They're more into, you know, like dramas and stuff like that, like as far as real life issues and things like that. Not a lot of my fans are into wrestling. The only people that's into wrestling are like me and Heavy D. But with you, you know, with you, dude, oh, man. You guys put on an excellent show. I really do like your show. I really don't like Nick's or Big Bad Boo Bear. I don't like his booking of the Bullet Club. Like, that wasn't even fucking reality. That was the saddest. I've seen better booking with the Undisputed Era than that.
Yeah, he said he could book you into the Bullet Club, bro.
What?
No. Well, what about James Ellsworth, huh? That guy coming back is just incredible. Incredible. Carmella pulled that off at Money in the Bank, and I thought that was really cool that they brought him back. That dude he has got to be the ugliest sumbitch alive.
Oh, he is.
You could have got it yesterday.
But did you notice at WrestleMania, you know, because Boo Bear talks about, Nick talks about how WWE's WrestleManias have not been lackluster and stuff like that. But did you notice on last WrestleMania that the story writers flipped the script on everything? Like they really did.
Yeah, they did. And that's why when he brought that up yesterday, again, we disagreed on it because I felt this year, the last few WrestleManias, yeah, they've been fucking absolute shit. But this year's WrestleMania was a big improvement. I actually enjoyed this year's WrestleMania.
Right. I did too because it threw me for a loop. Was Charlotte Flair the woman to beat Asuka's streak? Absolutely.
It was.
That is genetic dominance. You know what I mean? Like that's superior, genetically superior, as Ric Flair would say. She really is. Like, she really is very, very talented. Right along with Sasha Banks and Bayley and Becky Lynch and stuff like that. Those women really, really do put an emphasis on women's wrestling, and they do a damn good job. What the hell has New Japan Pro Wrestling done with women?
Nothing. Ring of Honor just barely started the Women of Honor, and that's even the Women of Honor reminds me of WWF women's wrestling, like in the the late 90s, early 2000s, where it was okay, but it wasn't that great. It's that without all the like tits and ass.
And I just want Nick to know, I just want the big, bad Boo Bear himself to know, and I want everybody to know, that I actually like TNA. And you want to know who started the women's revolution in the beginning? It really was TNA. Now, and I'll explain my case on this. Now,
I'll agree. There's Velvet Sky, freaking the Beautiful People, freaking Awesome Kong. All them bitches were tearing it up over there.
Dude, Gal Kim, there was another one, part of the family, who, I'm trying to think of her name, Lacey Von Erich. Let me tell you what, that's a sexy woman right there. And she could wrestle. She could wrestle.
Yep.
She couldn't wrestle like Charlotte Flair or Becky Lynch. Like, she didn't have that skill. But they really did amp up women's wrestling. And TNA was the first, in my opinion, to do that, because the only time that we actually saw a movement in the WWE for women was with, like, Mae Young, Trish, and Lita. You know, that was kind of it. Everybody was kind of just made to be out to be sexy chicks and just kind of get in the front of the camera for about 5 minutes, and that was it. Now we got real competition. Look at Amber Moon. Huh?
Exactly.
Amber Moon. All right, I think she's uglier than hell, but that chick can wrestle. Go ahead.
The last couple of years we've had the first ever women's Hell in a Cell, the first ever women's Money in the Bank, the first women's Royal Rumble. What other promotion is pumping women like that?
Get away from me.
None.
Exactly. And there's not a single woman on the roster today that deserved to beat Asuka other than Charlotte. Anybody else but Charlotte would have got so much heat. Imagine if it would have been Carmella beating Asuka at WrestleMania.
Yeah, but would it have been believable? Because I don't think Carmella's her wrestling ability.
There's no other female that it could have worked in that situation other than Charlotte.
You're right. That was one of the main events, because WrestleMania, it's all main events. Like, people don't understand that. They're like, the main event is supposed to be the last match. No. WrestleMania is, the entire show is a main event card. Like, every match is a main event. Like, people don't understand that. That's what WrestleMania is about. So, when, they gave the little vignette and the promos of Asuka and Charlotte, I was like, holy shit, they skipped the bullshit and they went straight to the good shit.